Hey yogis, welcome home to House of Flow. In this mini flow, we are going to be lying down on the floor. So, lots of movements to help to open up through the hips, rinse out the spine, get a couple of back bends in, open up through the sacral area, and you'll just need one block for practice. I'll see you on the mat. All right, let's begin lying down in a constructive rest. So you can sit at the center of your mat, come to lie back, have your block, within arm's reach, and then bring your feet nice and wide. Knock your inner knees in together to touch, and then bring your arms wide out into a cactus shape. And just feel nice and open and broad across the collarbones. Allow all the muscles along the spine to soften and relax as you feel your inner thighs knock in. Feel a sense of grounding here through the back of the pelvis, your sacral area. And begin to tune in to the rhythm of your breath here. Invite this breath to deepen, become a little more full, widening your inhales, lengthening out your exhales. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Again, breathe in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Seal the lips together. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the nose. Gently flutter the eyes open. Let the ceiling come back into focus. And start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Do this a few times as you just gently begin to open up through the lower back, open up through the hips a little bit. And then the next time your knees fall to the right, go ahead and keep them there. So your feet are still as wide as your mat. Take your right heel and cross it over your left thigh and look over to your left here. Breathe into the front of this left hip and thigh. And breathe out. And then from here, start to tone up your left glutes a little bit so that you're pressing your hips forward almost like you would in a bridge pose. And as you press your hips forward, keep the right ankle heavy on top of the thigh so you get a nice quad stretch here. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. And then release that engagement of the left glutes, keep the right ankle hooked and bring the shape back towards center. Heel toe your left foot in towards the middle of the mat and then find a figure four stretch. Reach forward, interlace the fingers behind your left hamstring. Keep both feet flexed and then think of sending your right thigh away from your right shoulder. Maybe use your right elbow to assist with that little stretch here. You're welcome to stay still, or you could add a gentle rock from side to side along the width of the sacrum. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. And then keep the legs, but release your hands and start to cross your right thigh over your left thigh. Reach forward, and then maybe you catch your shins, your ankles, or some of you might be able to catch outside of your feet. We're all going to look a little bit different in this shape. But think of pressing your tailbone down onto the mat to lengthen your lower back, and then gently draw your feet towards you as you think of sending your knees away from you. Breathe into your outer hips here. Another full breath in. And then release your feet. Arms will come down. Extend both legs straight up to the ceiling and just start to shake out your legs a little bit, letting all of that go. Place your feet down to the mat. Separate the feet as wide as the mat and take your arms out into that cactus shape again. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then the next time that the knees fall to the left, still keeping your feet wide, go ahead and keep the knees there. Cross your left heel over the right thigh and allow the weight of your left leg to help to heavy the right thigh down. You can look over to your right here in this gentle open twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Same thing, but start to tone up your right glutes, just like that bridge pose feeling, and send the top of your right thigh away from the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Think of sending your right knee forward. Exhale. Keep the shape of the legs. Bring the shape back to center. You can heel toe the right foot in and then reach forward. Find that figure 4 stretch. Hands interlace behind the right hamstring. Lengthen your tailbone down. Left thigh presses away from your left shoulder. Maybe use your left elbow to press it away. Can add that gentle rock if that felt good to you, side to side. And just notice what's happening in the face. Continue to soften through the neck, soften through the jaw. Let's take one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then keep the legs, but release your hands. And now deepen the cross with the left knee over the right knee. So the right knee is really tucked behind the left. Reach forward, either catch your shins, ankles, or maybe outside the feet if you can. And do your best to level out your feet, lengthen your tailbone down, and send both creases of the hips forward. But for me, I need my left hip to wrap around and forward just a little bit more in this shape. Pull the feet towards your shoulders, knees away from your chest. Take another full breath in and out. And then release your feet, uncross the legs, send the legs straight up to the ceiling, and just start to roll your ankles around one way, and then roll them around in the other way. Go ahead and draw the knees into your chest, give a little squeeze, and then step the feet down to the mat. Butterfly the knees apart so the soles of the feet press. Find a Supta Baddha Konasana. We won't stay here for too long, just a couple breaths in your arms. Let's actually take a nice hug with the arms. So cross your right arm underneath your left. Try to inch your fingertips towards your shoulder blades. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then switch which arm is on top. Same thing, just giving yourself a nice big hug. Take a full breath in. Feel the spread across the upper back. Full breath out. And then from here, extend your legs long and wide as the mat. And take your arms up overhead so you create an X shape on the floor. Keep your right heel where it is, cross your left ankle over the right, and bring the right hand to catch your left wrist overhead. Start to pull the left wrist up and over to the right, maybe even scooting your shoulders down a little bit. So you shorten the right side of the waist and lengthen the left side of the waist. Notice if your ribs want to flare open towards the ceiling, and do your best to soften the ribs down. Breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe out. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then firm up your belly, help the upper body come back to center, and then bring your left leg directly forward. From here, bend your right knee, gather it in towards your chest, give it a little squeeze, flex both of your feet, and interlace the fingers behind your right hamstring. Let the right back of the leg heavy into your hands so the arms are straight. And then on your next inhale, straighten your right leg directly up towards the ceiling like you want to kick the ceiling. And then exhale, rebend the knee. So keep that left leg alive. Inhale to straighten. Think of deepening your right hip crease forward towards the top of the mat. And then exhale to rebend. Inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, stay here. But start to draw your navel down to your spine, look forward, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and then lift your left leg. Start to scissor switch your legs for 10. Go really slow and controlled. 9. Keep the navel deepening down. 8. 7. Try to relax the muscles of the neck. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. So the right leg is up. Heavy your head back down. Heavy your left leg down. Bend the right knee and take a half happy baby. So widen your right knee towards the armpit. Left hand can come to the top of your left hip. Right hand can catch the pinky edge of your right foot. And if you can't quite reach the foot, then take the right hand underneath your right thigh. That also works. And just think of drawing your right knee towards your right armpit like it could fit perfectly here. Notice if the top right hip wants to kind of creep up towards your right shoulder, and instead think of, again, deepening your right hip crease down towards the front of the mat. A few times, slowly extend the right leg off to the right and then rebend. And you'll kind of find your edge there. It doesn't have to go all the way straight, but do your best here to straighten, rebend. One more, straighten and rebend. Keep the right knee bent. Draw the knee in towards center. Now, take your right toes to touch the inner left thigh. And then use your abdominals to help to lift the hips and scoot them to the right so that you're on your outer left hip. And then from here, let your right knee heavy down. Bend your left knee. Let me just kind of fix this thing here. Okay, doesn't matter. And then bring the left hand on top of your right thigh. Take your right arm down to catch that left foot. So what we're doing is obviously a twist here, right? But we're also getting a little bit of a quad stretch in the left thigh and a little bit of a back bend. So see if you can scoot your left shoulder blade a little more to the left and let your right shoulder blade heavy down. Gently kick the left foot into the right hand and see if that can help you find a little more of a back bending sensation to feel the spread across your collarbones. Stay here for just a few more breaths. Nice and easy and smooth breaths, heavying the right shoulder blade down onto the mat. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, from here, release the grip of that bottom foot and re-extend the bottom leg. It's a little funky, so go slow and feel free to look at me. Start to let your chest turn down towards the floor. Bring your hands, or actually bring your elbows down to the floor so that your right knee slides away from you. You're going to be off of your mat and come into almost like a sphinx pose in the upper body. Try to do your best to allow the front of your pelvis to get nice and heavy onto the floor. Take a deep breath in, lift up through your chest. And then as you exhale, start to lower your chest down and tent your fingertips wide. On your next inhale, press that your fingertips start to roll up through your spine. And then exhale, lower belly, chest, and face. We've got 2 more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lower. Inhale to roll up. And exhale, lower. All right, now to get out of it, take your left arm and thread it underneath the right. Start to roll back onto your back and then unfurl into your X. So legs wide, arms up overhead, bring the arms wide. Cross the right ankle over your left ankle. Left hand catches the right wrist. Pull up and over to the left, maybe scooting your left shoulder blade down a little more towards the top of your left hip. Breathe into the outer right side of the body, feeling your right ribs pulling apart and breathing into those intercostal muscles. One more full breath in and out. And then draw the belly in, bring the upper body back to center. Uncross, so send your right leg straight forward. Bring your left knee in and interlace the fingers behind your left hamstring. Heavy the back of the leg into the hands, and then inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, stay here. Firm your belly, look forward, lift your shoulders and head off the ground. Float the right leg and then start to switch for 10, for 9, 8, 7. Keep the belly firm. 6, neck muscles relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heavy head back, heavy right leg down, bend left knee. Half happy baby, left knee, left armpit. Catch outside the foot or under the thigh. Right hand to top of right hip. Extend the leg. Rebend. Extend. Rebend. One more. Extend. And rebend. From here, pull the left knee in. Take your left toes to hook over your right thigh. And then scoot your hips a little bit to the left. As the left knee comes down, bend your bottom right knee. Left hand will catch that foot, right hand to top of left thigh. And then see if you can scoot your right shoulder blade a little to the right. As you look over to the left, kick the bottom foot into the hand to get that quad stretch, a little essence of a back bend here as you feel nice and broad across your collarbones, trying to feel that width from shoulder to shoulder. Take one more big breath in, heavy your left shoulder down and out. Release the foot, extend your bottom leg, start to let your left knee slide to the right as you come on to your forearms here. Find that Sphinx pose shape in the upper body. Take a full breath in like this. And then exhale, lower your chest, tent your fingertips wide. Inhale to roll up through the spine. And exhale, lower. Inhale to roll up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, lower. Start to thread the right arm underneath the left and then roll to lie back onto your back and unfurl into that same X shape, taking up some space. Bend your knees, step the feet down, bring your feet to be hips width, distance apart. Take your block and we'll put it on its highest setting underneath the sacrum. So not too much on the butt, not too much on the spine, right in between. Go ahead and relax your arms down here, and then send both legs up towards the ceiling. Start to eagle wrap your right leg over the left. If you can get a double wrap, great. If not, you can just take the one cross, and then start to bring your left foot down onto the mat. For some of us, we might pause on the toes and then just invite all the musculature to soften around your glutes and your hips. If you can ground the whole left foot, do. And then just invite the sacrum to spread. So the lower back is nice and spacious here. A few breaths, nice and easy and smooth. And just keep telling the legs to soften. So sometimes we're holding on a little bit in the inner thighs or the hamstrings. Soften your pelvic floor. Relax the outer hips. Take another full breath. And then bring the legs back up towards the ceiling and switch. Cross left thigh over the right thigh. Maybe there's a double wrap or you just keep the one. You can start by lowering the right toes down. Maybe pause there. If you can, lower the heel down. And just invite the legs to completely relax. So no gripping or holding on in the hips, inner and outer hips, the thighs. Find smooth breaths. One more big breath here. Start to unwind the legs, step the feet down so you're in a supported bridge. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press down through your feet, lift your hips. Take the block away and lower your butt down onto the mat. Happy baby pose, knees to armpits. Flex the feet, press the tailbone down. Little rock side to side. Maybe gently extend through the legs, one by one or at the same time. Bring the knees into your chest. Hands behind your thighs, start to rock, forwards and back. Come all the way up to sit. All right, y'all, that's your mini flow on our back. Hope that you enjoyed. I hope to see you back on the mat soon.